Hi, this is Brian Oliva at Getsemani Music, and I need your help. As you know, I have a fairly large collection of Moog synthesizers. My most recent purchase was the new Moog Muse, but it has a few things that it does that are unexpected to me based on my experience with the grandmother and the Matriarch and the DFAM and pretty much all the other Moogs. They all kind of behave the same. I use an Arturia Drumbrute as my primary clock most of the time. And where all the other Moogs behave quite well, the Moog Muse seems to ignore it completely. It doesn't appear that it's picking up any signal at all. When I use other clocks like a Keystep Pro, or even directly out of the grandmother, for instance, it's receiving that clock signal, but it doesn't respond to stopping and starting as I would expect. So for those of you that already have their Muses, if you could try to run some of these same things I'm about to show you and tell me how yours behaves, it may help me understand whether mine is defective or if I'm just still got a lot more I need to learn about it. When I connect the Drumbrute to any other Moog instrument, if I have a clock signal coming out of the Drumbrute, all the other Moogs recognize that that signal is sitting there, even if it's not turned on yet. And if I set the ARPs and arm the sequencer on the DFAM, they'll all sit there and wait until I actually start the Drumbrute before anything happens. When I do that to the Muse, it seems to totally ignore it. Or as I said, the Drumbrute, it doesn't seem to see at all. Anyway, I'm going to show you how the DFAM, the Matriarch, and the grandmother all behave. And then I'll show you what the Muse does. So here we go. The Drumbrute is set to 200 beats per minute. We're using clock out from the Drumbrute. Clock out goes from the Drumbrute first up to the DFAM, where it's plugged into the advanced clock in port. The DFAM is turned on and armed, but it'll wait for the Drumbrute to be activated before it starts. Likewise, the cable splits out of the Drumbrute, goes around to the back of the grandmother, where it is plugged into the ARP clock in port. And that same cable is split off to the ARP clock in port on the Matriarch. Again, both the grandmother and the Matriarch have ARP set up and armed, but they will wait for the Drumbrute to start before they start playing. So if we fire up the Drumbrute, everything should start up simultaneously. Adjusting the tempo of the Drumbrute slows down the tempo on all of the Moogs simultaneously. Everything stays locked in sync with the Drumbrute, and when the Drumbrute is shut off, they all stop at the same time. That's the behavior I would expect from the Muse as well. Now we'll try going direct from the Drumbrute to the Muse. We've got clock out from the Drumbrute into the clock in on the back of the Muse. And under the clock settings on the Muse, we've got it set to analog, which should see that it's plugged in the back. ARP start and stop is set to on. And checking under the ARP menu, there's really no controls that would assist in anything we're trying to do here. So assuming it gets armed the same as the grandmother and matriarch, I hit the hold button. And when we start the Drumbrute starts playing, but the Muse is silent. So we'll start up a ARP on the Muse. And now we'll go back and see if the Drumbrute has any control with tempo. As we slow down the Drumbrute, you'll see that it slows down, but the Muse is still running free. And stopping the Drumbrute has no effect on the Muse. So back on the Muse, we have to kill the hold button to make it stop. Now we'll try it with the Keystep Pro. Clock out from the Keystep. Again, set at 200 beats per minute. The Muse is set. We start the sequencer, and nothing's happening at the Muse end. So we'll start playing the ARP over there again and see if the Keystep controls the tempo at all. And once again, the Muse totally ignores the Keystep. And stopping the Keystep has no effect on the Muse. Finally, we'll try it with a direct connect from the grandmother to the Muse. Clock out from the grandmother. So we'll start an ARP on the grandmother. Again, no immediate response from the Muse, so we'll go over there and start an ARP over there. Now we'll go back to the grandmother and see if the rate control there has any effect on the Muse. And in this case, surprise, surprise, it does see the tempo changes coming directly from the grandmother. However, stopping the grandmother still has absolutely no effect on the Muse, so we haven't found a way to have it start and stop with the rest of the equipment yet. That's about all I can give you as far as the clock issue goes. If you guys could try to clock the Muse to any non-Moog product and doing it through the CV, clock out, clock in. If you have any success in controlling the ARP, let me know how you did it. Or if yours just works perfectly out of the box, let me know, because that means my Muse is defective and it'll have to go back. So I look forward to any validation, or just let me know if it's acting normal and it just needs to be fixed, or if it's abnormal and I need to send it back and get another one. The other problem I want to show you is related mostly to one particular patch. It's a bass patch out of the bonus patches that you can download from the Moog website. And most of them seem to work okay, but one in particular seems to miss notes on a regular basis. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The first patch we're going to look at is Drunk Bandmate, and this is the one that I would consider behaves normal. When I start playing it, I'm really just kind of going through and playing a lot of different notes, and they all seem to come out at about the same velocity, and everything's very smooth and nothing's missed. And and I think that's a good thing. The problem I see most is on this patch called Hunk bass. And when I try playing that one, this is much shorter decay. And as you play it, even though I'm trying very hard to just keep the same velocity going, I seem to be getting a lot of missed notes, either where the initial attack is kind of missed, so it just kind of dubs out, or the note just doesn't play at all. And it's kind of random, and it's not related to any particular key. But as I continue to play, you'll notice that every so often the note gets missed. And it happens often enough that I wouldn't consider this particular patch stable enough to try to play anything, say, in a live concert. Okay, so if you have your Muse and you've downloaded the bonus pack, go to the bass bank and check out Hunk Bass and let me know how it behaves for you. Just let me know if you're getting the same kind of misses, and that's just the nature of the patch, or again, if there's something screwy with my particular Muse that needs further attention. Anything you do to help would be appreciated, and let me know how it turns out. And whatever you find out, I'll let everybody know in a future video as need be. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you're happy with our content. Talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.